I'm so excited. I really have been wanting to try these for quite some time, and today is that day. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. I'm a licensed hairstylist with over 20 plus years of experience, and on this channel I use those years of experience to help you have healthy, happy hair. So as I showed you just a few minutes ago, we are trying Curlsmith today. So this is something that I've been wanting to try for quite some time. I've got the Hold Me Softly Style Balm and the In Shower Style Fixer. But I also got the Vivid Tones Vibrancy Shampoo, which I already washed with. And I wanted to try a wide variety of products from Curlsmith. So I got a shampoo. I didn't get the conditioner that went with this because I really wanted to try one of their deep conditioners. So the deep conditioner that I got is the Hydro Cream Soothing Mask. I wanted to try this one because it's part of their scalp recipe, and it said that it soothed the scalp as well as deep conditioned the hair. I did not wash with this today because I used this a couple of days ago and it left my hair nice and moisturized, and I really loved it. It really worked on my scalp, which has been very dry lately. So I really liked that, but I didn't want to use it again this wash day because I just didn't need another deep conditioning treatment. So instead I used my Moroccanoil Moisture Repair Conditioner because it has a lot of protein in it. It's got that word repair, which usually indicates protein, and that most definitely does have quite a bit of protein in it. So my hair likes to have protein in my routine somewhere, whether it be stylers or the conditioner or whatever. And the stylers that I'm trying are from their moisture recipe, so it's filled with moisture, and I just didn't want my hair to get really over moisturized, so I decided to go ahead and use the moisture repair conditioner. It says moisture repair, but it's really protein heavy. So and that's something that I typically like to do to keep my hair in balance, is depending on what the stylers I'm going to be using, if they're really more moisturizing, then I will go ahead and try something that is more protein heavy with the conditioner or the shampoo or both, or the leave-in, whatever. Otherwise, if I don't have stylers in mind that I really want to try, then what I usually do to keep my hair balanced is I just assess what my hair is feeling like it needs. At the beginning of my wash day, I use the appropriate shampoo. I reassess after the shampoo to determine the conditioner. I reassess, and that is definitely what I recommend for balancing your wash day, so that you're not doing a ping pong thing back and forth between over moisturize and over protein or protein overload. It just keeps it in balance. So keeping your hair, assessing your hair and reassessing as you go along and paying attention to what your hair needs at that time is just a really good way to go about it. So after I put the protein in to keep my hair more in balance and my hair feels amazing, I used the the curl conditioning oil and cream as my leave-in. Now this stuff is definitely moisturizing, and it is thick, like thick. So this stuff I put in while I was in the shower and my hair was still soaking, dripping wet, so that it would distribute a lot easier. And that's definitely a good tip for you as well, that if you find that you have some thicker conditioners that are harder to distribute, putting it in when your hair is super wet, super soaking wet, is a good idea. I like to do it while I'm in the shower so that I can put it in. I pile it on top of my head in a clip, and while it's up, then I also rinse it off of the rest of me, so if any of it fell on my back or anything like that, it's not going to clog my pores and cause acne, because who wants that? Okay, so now that I have the leave-in and everything in there, the next thing that I'm going to put in is the Hold Me Softly Style Balm. This is a very soft hold curl cream, and I'm going to put roughly that much in to start with. I haven't ever used this, so I'll start with that to see how it works. I usually like combining curl creams with gels. I like the curl cream, usually gives me some nice definition, hydration. Oftentimes it'll have protein in there, which then helps kind of enhance my curls and perk them up a little bit. But the thing is, with curl creams, I find that a lot of them don't have enough hold, and I like to have a lot of hold to my hair to make sure that my hair is looking good until my next wash day. And I'm one of those people who likes a really hard cast. Give me crispy hair. Crispy as in, you know, hard cast crispy, not crispy as in completely fried crispy. I don't want that. Okay, I'm gonna put just a little bit more of this in my hair. Probably about the same amount as what I started with. And I'm making sure to focus on my mid lengths and my ends and not going to my scalp with this. I don't want to weigh down my roots. All right, and now that that's all in, I'm going to quickly go through and use my brush. I use this in the shower to detangle, and yeah, see, you can see little hairs on there from my detangling process as I was shedding. Gross. Anyway, so yeah, I'll just go through and I just brush it just to help evenly distribute it throughout my hair and get it ready for the rest of the styling process. And now at this point, I like to section my hair, and I can already tell that this is gonna help to define and clump my curls quite nicely. So I like to section my hair off, and I use a Denman-like brush. It's got the 9 rows just like the Denman. It's curved like the Denman. It does basically the same thing that the Denman does. But I picked this up at my local professional pro-only beauty supply store. They had this, and so I picked it up and I've been very happy with it. But what I like to do is take my hair in sections and curve it down. The big thing is keeping the tension on there. I don't use the brush and twirl it around like a lot of people do. They sometimes twirl it around on the brush's handle. I can't be bothered. I just don't want to take the extra time to do that, so I just make sure that there's tension and my curls clump and start curling up anyway, even without having to do that. I also don't finger coil because I have a lot of hair and I really don't want to spend the time finger coiling my hair from top to bottom. Like I'm kind of lazy when it comes to that stuff. I just don't want to do it. I might finger coil like certain sections if I feel like it needs it, but for the most part, I just don't do it. So I've actually done a video where I show you this process from the bottom section to the top. I go in 3 different sections. So I start with this bottom section here, then I go around the middle section, and then I do the top section. And I do have a video showing that, so I will put that in the card up here so that you can go check that out. I'm not going to do that whole process right now because it takes a while. So I will be back after this is styled and diffused and show you what my results look like. Okay, I lied. I'm actually back before diffusing because I need to put in the in-shower style fixer, which is Extreme Hold. I like that. Extreme Hold. Sounds like my cup of tea. So I am going to start off. This stuff is really thick. I typically like gels that are more watery. I find that they're easier to distribute. My hair is still pretty wet and it's got like that squelchy feeling, so I'm just gonna smooth over and scrunch and kind of glaze, whatever you want to call it. And you can hear that squishy squish sound. And that's what you want to hear. I think for my next blob, do about that much. And who knows, if this is extreme hold, I might be overdoing it just a little. And I'm just gonna spray a little bit of water in there just to kind of help distribution. And yeah, that makes it definitely a lot easier. But look at those defined curls already from the Style Me Softly Balm. I am really excited for the results. Just a little bit more with the water so it can travel so that it can distribute much easier. Okay. All right, so now that I have that nicely distributed and scrunched into my hair, now I will go ahead and diffuse. I do have a video showing you how I diffuse my hair. I will put a card up here so that you can check that out. And I'll be back after I'm done diffusing. All right, and it is now all diffused dry. And as you can see, I have, or maybe you can't see, I don't know. I have a bit of cast here, and it is a really good cast. However, it's not like a hard cast, like not a crunchy cast. It's a soft, hard cast, if that makes any sense at all. Like it's a good firm cast, but it's not hard, crunchy. Like my hair still feels soft, even though there's a cast. I don't know, maybe I'm not making any sense. But anyway, I am gonna go ahead and scrunch out the crunch. I'm gonna do my typical 1 pump of my Verb Ghost Oil and smooth those on both hands. Then smooth it over my hair like I typically do, just so I can get everything nice and sealed in and help with any frizz issues, keep them tame. And then with what's left on my hands, which you can still see, they're shiny, maybe you can't see. With what's left, then I just go ahead and start scrunching the crunch. And I've got some nice, shiny, defined curls here. So we'll just see what it all looks like with the scrunch cut, the scrunch crunched out. I can speak English, I swear. Okay, so I have some very, very shiny, defined curls here. And I still have some volume. My hair does not feel producty or weighed down. I can feel the gel in there, but mostly what I feel in there is the moisture from the gel. Like, I really think this is, and I think this is gonna hold up pretty well. So one of the things that I like to do, if I wasn't filming this video to show you what my results are, I typically like to wash my hair later in the day or in the evening, and then I don't scrunch out the crunch before I go to bed. I put my hair in my bonnet or wrap it in a scarf, I sleep on it, and then I scrunch out the crunch the next day. And I just find that sleeping with that cast in really helps my second day look amazing, and my third day looks good. My fourth and fifth day even look better than what they normally would. So I just really like that method for extending out my wash days. Not that I usually extend them out for a crazy amount of time, but occasionally I do go for a lot longer than what I should just because I get lazy. But anyway, I am so far really loving the results. Like, I didn't expect that I would have this amount of volume with all of the moisture that it has in there. It doesn't seem to have weighed my hair down. I generally don't have massively voluminous hair to begin with, other than what I get from the density of my hair, just because my hair is really heavy. If my hair is up above my collarbone and I have a lot shorter layers, then my hair gets really big and round, but when it gets long, it starts weighing itself down. So I generally don't get massively voluminous hair, but this is not bad volume, especially considering the amount of definition and moisture and everything else that I have. So far, my first impressions on these products are that I love everything that I tried. Absolutely everything that I tried. I was showing you earlier the shampoo that I used. I really liked the shampoo. I felt that it cleansed my hair. However, it left my hair nicely moisturized. I didn't feel stripped or anything like that. And then I didn't use the conditioner this time, like I mentioned earlier. I used the Hydro Cream Soothing Mask a couple of days ago, and both my scalp and my hair really loved this. And then that same day, I just put in the weightless air dry cream, and I just let my hair air dry, and I just went with naked hair up until I washed it today. And I really like the weightless air dry cream. Like I said, I didn't put a styler in it, but even with the weightless air dry cream, it actually looked pretty good. I probably would have gone out in public. I should have taken a picture, but of course I didn't. And then today, like I mentioned, I used the curl conditioning oil and cream with that really, really thick, heavy leave-in. I didn't use a ton of it. I think you can even see on here, like I barely put a dent in there. It really smells good. Anyway, so I didn't use a whole lot of that because I didn't want it to weigh my hair down. My hair is coarser and thicker, so it doesn't weigh down too easily. However, something really thick like that, you know, I mean, eventually it's going to reach a point where if you put too much in, it's either going to be stringy looking and over producty or weighed down. And I don't want it. And then I put in the Hold Me Softly Style Balm. And actually, I think I could have done with a little bit less of this than what I put in, and maybe even a little less of this, because these are really, really concentrated. So now that I've used them and I've gotten a feel for what they feel like, I could probably use a little bit less of this. However, even with the amount that I used, I'm not upset with the results of my hair. I feel like I've got minimal frizz. And like I mentioned, nice, shiny, defined curls. My hair still has a decent amount of volume, even though I may have gone a little ham on the products. So I am really, really, really loving these so far. I am also going to show you my results for tomorrow after I have slept on my hair, and even day 3. I really think that I will probably get to day 3 and have it look pretty good, and may or may not have to do a refresh, or if I do, I'm probably not going to have to do a whole lot of a refresh. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what tomorrow and the day after brings. And of course, I have to have, there's always got to be the one curl, strand, rogue, something that can't figure out where it wants to go or what it wants to do with its life, and it just sticks out and basically looks like you don't have to do your hair. But as of right now, I do think that these products are pretty close to nudging out my all-time favorite Ouidad products. There's not a whole lot from Ouidad that I've tried that I don't like. I really love almost all of their products, and I think this might be right up there with them, and potentially might even be knocking them out of first place, but we'll see. We'll see how well it holds up, and then I'll let you know. All right, well, I will see you tomorrow. And welcome to my second day hair. So all in all, I think this is looking pretty good. I don't have a ton of frizz. I do have some curls that are like, I don't know, like I think it just can't figure out where it wants to go or whatever. And then this one is kind of doing something weird, but I think actually that's more because I recently cut like 6 inches off my layers and my hair is kind of freaking out. But otherwise, I don't have a lot of frizz, and I really think that giving my hair a good shot of steam will help fix like this crazy thing, and maybe even help with that little weird thing. I don't know. But even that, it's not as bad as what I've seen it before, where it's literally like sticking out so much that like it's unavoidable that you can see it and it looks awful. So it's not that bad. I've definitely seen that look worse. And then I have like some straightish ends from having slept on it. But overall, I've still got some really good curl definition and curls and spirals, and you know, look at that shine. It looks pretty darn good. So I'm just gonna do a quick steam on my hair, and that's all I'm gonna do for today. And then I will be back on tomorrow and show you my day 3 hair and see if we need to do a little bit of refresh. And if we do, I will show you that. But for right now, I'm just gonna grab my steamer. All I do is use a clothes steamer that I got at Target. What I'd really like to do is get a facial steamer that I can just lean my hair over, the one like what Mains by Mel uses, because it looks like that goes so much faster than doing what I'm doing here. But since I can't really justify spending the money for that when I have a technique that works just as well, I will continue to use this. And the thing that I like about this too is that it adds some moisture back into my hair. Not that it feels dry. These products are so moisturizing that my hair really still feels moisturized, but this just helps to really soften everything up. I do live in a dry climate, so adding a little bit of moisture is never a bad thing, even when using such moisturizing products as these. It's winter, and also I live in a dry climate to begin with, so the dryness has gotten even worse than what it normally is. I hit the spots that seem to be needing it the most, and you can typically see a difference almost right away, like that one piece that was really sticking out and laying on top has decided to join the rest of its curl friends and is now living happily ever after. And I'm trying to hit some of the stuff underneath because that's gone a little bit wonky, but now we'll take a look over here, and you can see that this isn't sticking out and doing quite weird things anymore. And I can feel those products, the styling products, getting reactivated by even just the moisture of this. So even though it's not getting wet or even really damp, there's just enough to reactivate, which is really good. That's definitely a sign of some good quality products when it is easily reactivated by moisture and you don't have to use more in order to refresh your hair. Okay, and as you can see, that's definitely taken care of some of the issues that I have. Do I still have some frizz going on up here? Yes, I still do, and that's okay. It is second day hair. The only way that I would be able to get rid of that little bit of frizz that I have up top is to get my hands wet and put a small amount of gel in there so that I can dilute the gel, smooth over the top, and that would help with that frizz. Also, the other thing that I do when it's really bad on top is I'll take the whole top section, re-wet it down completely, Denman brush it to get some definition back into it, and either let it air dry or diffuse it dry. And that's pretty much the only thing that's going to get rid of that second day and third day frizz from there. Most of the time I don't bother with that because I've got curly hair, my hair frizzes. Like, I could even re-wet this down and finger coil it to get it to bounce back up to what it needs to be, but I'm not going to bother with that because for the most part it's going to be just fine. And also because my hair is slightly damp from the steam, as it dries it's going to coil up a little bit more anyway, so I'm not too worried about it, and I don't mind what my hair is looking like. Sometimes when I steam it like that, once my hair is no longer damp, I will go over it with a serum just to help lock in that moisture that I just added to it, and also to help tame the frizz a little bit. But for the most part, like, even leaving it like this is just fine. And it is Sunday, I don't have any place to go, I will just be hanging it out at home. editing some videos and getting some other work done, so I am totally fine with how my hair looks. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow. Welcome to my day 3 hair, which, yeah, I've got a bit more frizz up in here and here. Like, I do have a bit more frizz today than what I did yesterday. However, for day 3 hair, this is not that bad at all. I've got some nice volume, but I also still have some really good curl definition and shine. And like yesterday I had steamed it a little bit, but today I really don't even feel like I need to steam it. Not too worried about the frizz. If anything, I might put it half up to get it out of my way, but for the most part, I am really, really happy with my day 3 hair today. Like, I think this looks pretty darn good. I really don't feel like I need to refresh because I don't have a whole lot of stuff going on that's bothering me. Like, yeah, I do have some frizz like I mentioned, but it's not bad frizz for day 3 hair. And, you know, got this lovely volume. I'm really happy with all the products that I've tried from Curlsmith. I'd actually really like to try a whole lot more because I think these definitely live up to the hype. They are really good, and they are giving my old favorites, the favorites that I've had for like years, and that's Weed Out products. They're giving my Weed Out products kind of a run for their money. The only downfall, if I'm gonna find any sort of negative in them whatsoever, is that they don't contain a whole lot of protein or no protein. They're very moisture heavy, which I don't have a problem with. I just need to make sure that I mix in some protein containing products, and my Moroccanoil moisture repair shampoo or conditioner does that fairly well. I also have a Weed Out shampoo that I use that has some protein. I believe it's the Vital Curl. Yeah, it's the Vital Curl one, and that has protein in it, so that's all I need to do is just mix in some stuff that has protein just to make sure that I'm keeping my hair nice and balanced and it's not getting over moisturized. But other than that, yeah, I can't say enough good things about these products. I absolutely love them. So this concludes my first impressions and my second and third day hair with these products. I'm super happy. I highly recommend, and go out and get you some. This is not a sponsored video. However, I wouldn't be mad if it was. I would be very happy to be sponsoring Curlsmith products. Everything that I've tried is so dang good that I'm all on board for that. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content like this, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell while you're at it so you know when my videos come out. If you have anything that you would like to see, some questions, some comments, or if you'd like to just say hi, go ahead and leave those down in my comments section. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye.